Hello. We're doing this again. That depends. If we're getting it to work. Isn't it wonderful to have your own stream throw ads at you? Love it. I need this one. Let's see. How are we doing? Okay, I can be heard. That is good. Okay, let's make everything else work, because right now I don't think we have a camera and a couple of other things aren't quite doing what they're meant to be doing, so bear with me here while I sort all that out. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yeah, we have camera actually. Camera works. Fantastic. So what are we doing today? Today we're doing Google Colab. And I'm saying it's Colab because otherwise my joke doesn't make sense in the title. Is Firebot not working? Let's try Firebot's working. Beep. Is everything working as it should? Yes, it is. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Let's get Chrome on the screen so we at least have something to look at. Close this out. That. Yes, stream closed caption. I'll get to you in just a second here, because I actually did make sure I was logged into that. See that my chat's a bit on the quiet side. There we go. That should improve that. Someone said words. Beep boop Molitvan. Good afternoon, evening, morning. Just setting up stuff here while we wait. Let's see. First question: does Google Colab have like a start page thing? It does. So it's colab.google, not even .google.com, just colab.google. That's what we're putting on the screen. Just gonna grab a little quick. We won't need the entire screen this time. We'll just need this application, so we don't need to really mess around with other stuff. I don't think I currently have a capture for games, do I? Oh, I do. Okay, perfect. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, we got a browser. We have stuff. So that's what we're doing today. Last week we did a whole bunch of stuff on Jupyter Notebook. So I don't know if you're meant to say Jupyter or Jupyter. Like, they're being all clever with putting PY in there for Python. But it's kind of like Tweezcake in that it now also does not do Twitter anymore. So now Jupyter is like, we do other things than Python too. And actually no one knows how to pronounce this. So that's great. Google Colab, short for collaboratory, I think, but it's also a play on the word collaborate, which means working together if we look at Latin. So it's all clever and fancy. So I decided to also be clever and fancy and go with a dumb title for this video. So last week we looked at Jupyter Notebook. This week we're looking at Google Colab. And Google Colab is often used for things like machine learning, model training, stuff like that, really because it does let you use... Like, I believe this costs money, but it does let you use things like graphics cards to train things on and stuff. And that's pretty cool. It's relatively inexpensive too. If you don't want to buy like a $5,000 video card or something, you can just use this instead and rent it. Accessibility is an interesting topic here. I'm pretty sure it's okay by default. And then there is this person from Japan who goes by Hasaku Labs. And he made a couple of tools to make it better. So we're going to see how it holds up today. Like, we're going to see how it does. I'm going into this semi-blind. Like, I know a little bit of Colab, but I don't know that much. So this is gonna be somewhat of a first reactions video. Like I did not prepare this one in the sense that I already know what I'm going to say. I rarely do that for these kinds of streams. I will do that for scripted stuff. Like I have a video in the works that I want to make about screen reader users needing to get up to a particular level of familiarity with a screen reader before tackling these kinds of projects. So that involves things like OCR, object navigation, stuff like that. Nothing like major. We're not going to dig into NVIDIA internals or anything, but just a video with like, you will probably want to know XYZ before you start tackling things like TryHackMe and Google Colab and all these sorts of things. So that's something I'm going to do just off stream to make a video about that. Cool thing, we got over 200 followers on IC0, so that's really cool. We're pretty close on YouTube as well. We're on like 186. The YouTube goal is currently 500 subscribers, because that allows me to essentially do the YouTube equivalent of Twitch affiliate. And people can like do, what is it, super chats or super thanks or whatever the fuck they're called now. Again, definitely not here for the money. I'm just like amused when you have these kinds of interaction things. And I don't know if there's an equivalent to like Twitch extensions for YouTube streams. Probably there is. I just haven't looked into it. But I would think that a lot of those things are also gate kept behind like needing to be like a, what is it called? The partner program or something, which you need to have like 500 subs for and like an X amount of hours watched. So that would be cool. We're definitely not expecting that to be happening like next week or whatever, but it'd be cool to work towards that. So I mean, might as well put a goal, might as well put this one. So yeah, today we're doing Google Colab. We're just going to look at the homepage. I do have a couple tutorials open that are very much screen reader specific. That Japanese person I mentioned also wrote a couple Colab notebooks with some stuff in it, and we might get to that if if the Google Colab experience itself isn't that tutorial-y. But yeah, I have that covered in case we need it. And then there's this other, he made a couple tools that makes Colab better apparently. So we're just going to see if that's needed, like what it would change, stuff like that. We're just going to see how we do. Having said all that, let's continue. Let's go. So we are google.colab. Let's see, is that actually visible on the screen? Yes, it is. All right, so what did they themselves say they do? We have a navigation landmark, we have a release notes, blogs, notebooks, resources, open Colab. Okay, so open columns is really what we would want at some point. And then we need to either sign up or sign in. Not sure how that works. Google Colaboratory. Colab is a hosted Jupyter Notebooks service that requires no setup to use and provides free access to computing resources, including GPUs and TPUs. Colab is especially well suited to machine learning, data science, and education. Open Colab new notebook. I will do that in a minute. We got a question. You want to run a hashcat on a Gun Voigtwalker? You want to run hashcat on a yeah, probably you might. I don't know if that would work. Like it does say you're allowed to use free GPUs. So I'm assuming if you can somehow wrap hashcat into a notebook format, which I'm pretty sure they have a command line-ish thing, right? So you can probably just set that up to go. Not sure how much that would be. You probably have to pay at some point. Because hashtag, if a hashcat will eat some stuff, but do it. Yeah, go crack all the MV5 sums. Because you could totally do that. Go for it. Okay, so we got news and guidance, features, updates, and best practices, blah, blah, blah. Read our blog, I don't want to. Browse notebooks. Check out our catalog of sample notebooks illustrating the power and flexibility of Colab. What you got? So I see browse notebook. Well, why don't you look at that? See if that's good. We'll open the browse notebooks link to look at in a different tab in a minute. We got product updates, feature additions, bug fixes. I don't care about that as much currently. Dive deeper. What's that? We got some more resources here. Find resources. I kind of wish they showed us a couple more examples per thing, because right now I'm just like, okay, I have to click your find resources button to even see what kind of resources you got. It's kind of meh. Then it says building responsible AI for everyone. We're working to develop a critical insight. Learn more. Learn more is a shit link text, because if I'm just tabbing on that or landing on it by accident, I won't know what I'm learning more about. making the whole learn more thing kind of pointless. All right, so let's first look at these browse thing. I'm kind of curious what that is. So we got curated notebooks here. Here you'll find a series of instructive and educational notebooks organized by topic areas, okay? So we got Gemini API, create a marketing campaign. Kind of cool. The thing I have in mind for like that screen reader specific is like a trainer for speech recognition commands, so might get to that. Analyze audio recordings, use system instructions in chat. Function calling, prompting with a text file, all sorts of stuff here that you can just look at. Comparing Gemini and get ChatGPT, ooh, scary. Inspect rich documents, Gemini, music transcription with transformers, kind of cool stuff. So this is some stuff you don't know what to do, what to start with. You can look at these. Let's just open a new notebook though. Let me actually put the speech in audio as well, because at this point I think it'd be good to hear what the screen reader is saying.
Speech mode talk. Visited link notebooks. Link resources. Link open Colab. Link new notebook.
Just really quickly, let me see, because I used Teams this morning, and Teams has the super annoying habit of changing my volumes. I honestly haven't checked if that's the case this case, so give me just a sec here while I check that, because I don't want things to be way too quiet or way too loud. Let's see. I would need to check the broadcast stream mix for my mixer. We look at properties. You can't see this, but that's okay. I can. Uh-oh. My keyboard just gave up. That is unfortunate. I was gonna charge it and then I forgot, and now I have to plug it in. A sec here. There we go. Now, actually kind of interesting. There are some, I know that there is actually a couple of screen reader users that have been using this, like first and foremost, that Japanese person I was mentioning, but there was some hubbub around the Piper TTS engine for a while where you could technically train your own TTS voices for screen readers. I think that's kind of died down because of how often that engine switches things, and then the NVIDIA add-on broke, and it was a whole entire situation. So that, I'm not sure if that's still a thing you can just pick up and go do. I remember there was guides for it, but yeah, that's really the first time I heard of Google Colab. Yeah, we're going to see just how it's doing today. I'm just waiting for Bluetooth to reconnect and then we can go. Okay. Actually, we don't need to do that because I'm using USB now. There we go. NVDA is gone, I'm assuming.
Secure desktop. New notification from autoplay. Mantis Q40. Windows sign-in dialog. Florian Beaches. iSoftStone Incorporated. I forgot my PIN sign-in option. Shows a list of the available sign-in options for the selected user. Florian Beaches. iSoftStone Incorporated.
Am I using the wrong cable? Is this not checking into the computer like I thought it was? Yeah, no, this is connecting to my work computer. That is not helpful. This cable, let's just yank this, plug it into my actual computer, because right now it's trying to control the wrong thing. Really well prepared stream, y'all. This is how I roll. Hang on. There. This is the cable we need. Unplug that. Plug in that. There we go. Much better. All right. So, what do we got? Oh, now it's in British. Fantastic.
45. Variant. Voice American English. Voice American English.
Thank you.
Setting level 2. Keep your memory safe.
Yeah. Dropbox, you can go fuck off.
Don't ask again. Cancel.
Don't ask again and stay out of my way. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah, the broadcast stream mix.
Control change icon. Edit selected broadcast tab control. General tabs. Listen tabs. Levels.
Levels are fine. Perfect. All right, we continue. So let's just open a new notebook here and see what happens.
https://colab.research.google.com.
Does that open a new window?
No.
Perfect.
Notebook main landmark. Cell 0. Code cell region. Tab control. Release notes tab selected 1 to 1.
Okay, a couple things we're seeing that are immediately different from what I'm seeing in NVDA. So the cells are regions, so we know what cell we're in. That was not the case for Jupyter. You sort of have to just know that. Here it seems to tell you what you're in, so that's good. I don't love that the release notes just popped up. I have no idea where I am right now, so let's go explore.
Notebook main landmark. Link Colab paid products. Link cancel contracts here. Tab selected release notes. Show more. Please follow our link log. Link will open in a new tab to see more information about new features, tips, saving, all changes saved.
Okay, so it tells you when it saves. There's already live notifications. When expected things happen. That's actually a pretty good start. I can absolutely see that getting really spammy if they do too much of it, so we'll have to see how it does. But these are some of the things that I was moaning about last week with the Jupyter Notebook that Colab seems to have done a little bit better so far. Let's see how we continue. Blah, blah, blah. Here we have some release notes. Like I said, not super happy with the fact that it just pops up.
Notebook main landmark, cell 0, code cell, region, move cell up, control plus MK unavailable.
All right. So what do we have if we just start from the top? We have a skip link. We can view something in Google Drive. I'm assuming that'll convert it to like a .py file or something. I don't know.
Name is untitled 0.ipn.
This is our notebook title, untitled 0.ipynb. Same as the Jupyter Notebook. So these appear to be
Notebook unstarred.
Notebook unstarred. And there's a button that stars it. If we press the button,
Notebook starred, unstarred.
Does it update this? Yeah, it does.
Menu bar, menu left, sub,
so
menu
far, don't hate this yet.
Menu left, sub, menu edit.
Here we have a menu bar pattern. Let's see if that works and works as expected. Left and right should move between menus.
Menu left, sub, edit, menu left, sub, menu.
That it does do. Let's go inside with the down arrow.
Menu, sub, menu.
Okay, first thing it's we don't immediately get focused on the first element. That is common in these, so that may be a browser thing actually.
File open in playground mode. Located drive. Print control plus P. Open in playground mode.
So we got located drive, playground.
Open notebook control plus O.
Curious. So control O says that it opens a notebook. Usually that opens the browser's open window.
Notebook.
So it's very interesting that they've managed to work around that.
Save a copy.
See what else we got here.
Save a copy as a GitHub. Save a copy as a GitHub gist.
Okay, you can make it as gist. You can put it on GitHub.
Save and pin revision control.
Quite a few options here that I don't know if I would necessarily immediately use, but it's there. So I guess that's good. Okay, we have a submenu. I'm curious how that does. Can I just use arrow keys to go in there? Yes, I can. But again, the first option is not read out loud immediately. You have to go down and then back up. So that is seemingly a problem with either these menus or just menu bars in Aria in general. Not too bad. So far looks good. Can we trigger this with regular hotkeys? What happens if you press Alt here? Okay, it was not able to capture that. What if we do like Alt F? That does work. But it opens the wrong thing. What about another thing that Chrome doesn't have a thing for? Let's try Alt E for edit. Oh, that's bad. No, it just looks like Alt just takes you to the thing. So there might be another hotkey to get there quickly. Let's continue for now. Okay, past the menu bar, I see a button, all changes saved. I'm assuming that's a manual save button. This label is bad. It doesn't really tell me what this button does. It might just be a badge that they just made into a button, because yes, that happens a lot. I would just call this save, and then maybe all changes saved in brackets or something, but that's not what they've done here. Comment button, share button, open settings button. All these are labeled, so that's good. You can also see my Gmail account. Happy doxing.
Left pane complementary landmark toolbar, toggle not press table of contents.
Okay, very good idea what they've done here. They've basically done exactly what I said last week about Jupyter. If you're going to make something have like a specific name, make sure you use that name everywhere. So I'm guessing the documentation refers to a left pane a lot. And the people who made this have decided to also name it that for screen reader users. The only problem I see there is if you have the capability of moving these around, making the left pane be the right pane, for example, this would be really easily missed, and it might still be called the left pane if it's on the right. Obviously, you need to update that label at that point. But that is a bit of a nitpick. Honestly, I'm happily surprised so far. Okay. We have a find and replace, which is a toggle button. Bit of an odd choice for a control button there. I'm assuming it opens some kind of flyout, but Aria has pop-up would have been better here than a toggle button, I think.
Toggle not press variables. Toggle not press secrets. Toggle not press files.
I think what we're going for here is you can only have one of these open at a time. Then we have code snippets, command palette. These don't do that tricky thing. We got a terminal. And then we have a button code insert code cell.
Text code insert code cell below control plus MD. Text add text cell. Connect to a new runtime.
Interesting. Is this?
Connect to a new runtime.
It looks like they stuck the tooltip text at the end of the ARIA label. That's not the best way to do it. I would recommend using an ARIA described by in that case. But they've tacked it right onto the end of the label button. This is not necessarily bad. It's just a little odd. Oh, hi. Crescent says, welcome in. We're looking at Google Colab.
Gemini.
Let's see, Gemini. There's a Gemini button.
Additional connection options. Gemini.
Okay, these are connection options. This is the first little chink in the armor, I guess. It would have been good to group these under that. Like, we have a label here, additional connect options. There is ARIA. Oh, that's actually set up.
Additional connection options. Connect to a new runtime. Gemini.
Okay, no, never mind. I thought this was part of the connection options thing, and in that case, it would have been good to ARIA group them, like a la field set, but that hasn't been done here.
Toggle header visibility.
But this is not actually a group, so that makes sense. We got header visibility, whatever that does.
Main landmark cell 0, code cell, region unavailable, move cell up, control plus MK.
And now we are in the first region, which is the first cell, code cell 0.
Unavailable, move, copy, link, add a comment, control plus alt plus M.
And all these buttons are labeled. That's good. It even gives us hotkeys. Honestly, not hating this so far.
Editor settings.
Let's see what we got.
Mirror cell in tab.
Mirror cell in tab. So I'm guessing you can like get a new tab with just one cell open.
Cell control plus MD. More cell
That can be useful for some things. Looks like Google do like their chord keyboard commands. So Command M and then a letter does a lot of things. It looks like.
More cell actions. Run cell. Start coding or generate with AI. Dot.
Start coding or generate with AI.
Editor content. Press Alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor has auto
Okay.
line.
We see press Alt F1 for accessibility options. That tells me that they're using Monaco, for accessibility. Let me turn that on. Okay. Pressing the button does nothing. So we're just going to have to assume that that works. Let's see what else we got here.
Out of region. Link Colab paid products. Link cancel contracts here.
Okay, so all we got, like there's no tutorial of any kind. All we've got here is just go do stuff. I don't even know what language we're meant to be coding in. I guess if I start typing, it'll set one.
Runtime status bar region unavailable. Runtime disconnected. Close.
Runtime disconnected. That doesn't sound good.
Out of region mode. Full is active. True is user.
I'm guessing if I put some code and then make it run, it'll do it. Let's try. Print. I'm getting no auto connect either. Auto complete. Let's just do a hello world. I'm assuming that when I try running this, it'll still error out because there's no runtime connected.
Connecting to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend.
There it goes.
Connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend.
Okay.
Saving. All changes saved.
All right. So it tells us that it connected, but it did not tell us anything about the status of the cell being ran. That's something I would like it to do. Because right now I have no idea if my cell even worked. I have to go out of the cell to go see what it
cell
did.
Output region, code cell output actions.
So this is an interesting one. It looks like the region for a cell is also, the output for a cell is also its own region. That is one of those annoying, I don't really like this, but there's also no better alternative I can think of kind of situations, because it can absolutely be super helpful to quickly jump from one part of a cell to another. But if I just want to quickly jump from cell to cell, I can't do that now. So that's kind of a sad thing.
Cell 0 output region, code cell output actions. Hello world.
And it does seem to work. We did a print hello world and it worked. I'm wondering if we're now connected to things, does it still retain that connection? Let's look at the status bar here.
Runtime status bar region zeros. Completed at 9:27 p.m. Unavailable connected. Closed.
Yeah, it looks like we're connected. So if I now try to type code, is it gonna import? No.
Space E M I.
There is so much going on behind under the hood. Yeah, even the UI is ridiculously complicated in some respects. So, on the whole, not hating this so far.
Saving. All
yeah, you
saved.
do that. You save as much as you like. So basically, we have the one thing I would like it to do, and I think that's one of the things that this Japanese person added, is like a little Chrome extension that makes it do things like reading the cell results when it's done. Let's actually take a little break and go look at that person's page. They have like a GitHub page. Let me find her real quick. And then I'll put that open in a different tab. I forgot to do the stupid captions, didn't I? It's fine. It's fine. I'll do it now. What? Excuse me. Here we are. I'm just gonna quickly turn this on, get started, whoosh. Am I in the right window? No, I'm not. Meh. Alright, close that out. We need to be in the actual private Edge window that has my IC null stuff, because I can be in two things at the same time to my annoyance. Be super helpful if that were to work. Okay, that window is apparently gone. That is unfortunate. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll just make a new one, it's fine. Should still be logged in. If not, nope, Twitch is a dick and didn't keep me logged in. Okay. I can't imagine Dr. Tony Fast. Welcome in. Just quickly logging into my Twitch so I can set the captions to go. There. I'm doing this without speech because I didn't feel like changing it back and forth, so I'm just doing it only with Braille. Look at that. I am so talented, except not really. There. Wants to use your microphones and go right ahead. You may. All right. Hello, hello. Huh. Strange. Okay, maybe I can't do it in private mode. Whatever, we tried. Basically, let's go find the thing. Hasaku is his name. Data science and machine learning resources for the visually impaired. I'll grab that and put it in Chrome so we can look at it together. Whoosh. And I'll just go skip to the relevant bits so we won't be here too long, don't worry. Where'd the Google Colab go? There it is. All right. So it's this page I'm talking about. It's very, very like bare bones.
Speech link. This YouTube video is my lightning talk of this project.
So this person did quite a bit of research into this. Wrote a bunch of different stuff.
Project heading level 2.
Let me see what's important to mention here. So we got libraries, developing various Python libraries. Let me turn the speech off again. Libraries mainly for using Google Colab, which is what we're using. Relatively accessible notebook thing. Blah, blah. So this is one thing that I already mentioned. Audio Plotlib. Yeah, Audio Plotlib basically, I think, tries to at least make some of the this library converts graph data into sound and playback it to enable users to understand the characteristics of the data. It also provides functions that are essential for data analysis, such as the interactive check of values by tracing them with the mouse cursor. The following is an example of a graph that allows you to interactively check the data. So let me show this off. This is pretty cool. Basically, there's a couple ways to do this. You can like interactively move across with a slider, and it'll just let you hear the beeps and the boops. And there's also ones where you just get like a sweep, which shows you off everything, and you just sort of hear it bit by bit. Let me show this off here.
Talk as an example of a graph that allows you to interactively check the data. Two graphs, one cosine wave, are overlapped and sonified. First of all, please click on the following to unmute the graph audio. Note that you do not need to click on Google Colab. Push here to unmute graph.
Okay, let's push here to unmute. There it is.
After push here to unmute graph.
I gotta love the slight janglishes now again. It's actually pretty good, well written for like something that looks to be a little bit translated as well.
Move the mouse cursor appropriately defined. If graph is laid out, then while you are on the graph image, you can check the values plotted on. The graph was pitches by moving the mouse left or right. When you don't have a mouse, move the cursor to the slider and try moving the slider left or right. In the initial state, you can hear the sine wave values. By double-clicking, you can mouse a cosine value. You can also single-click to read out the x and y values for that point. When you don't have a mouse, multiple sliders are available for each graph. Label 1, 0.
All right, so let's check
Slider
these
0.
out. Here's a slider.
Slider 0.0.0.0.0.1112223333334444455.58 5.79 5.99 6.20 5.9.
What are they using?
Label 2 0 slider 0.00.
Here's the other one.
0.2.
So yeah, by essentially making like use of pitches as well as like left to right audio, the idea is to sort of sonify the image of the line and how it walks across the chart paper, as it were.
In addition to checking interactively the graph data, it is also possible to create a graph that simply play sounds. The following is an example of a graph of the same data in audio format. Play. I can check how the sound changes.
Now, I have no idea how well
Play.
this would work for things like scatter plots and more like complicated things that aren't just a single line. But for example, this is what I said about that sweep that just sort of runs as it does. Sounds kind of like this.
Minimum value is minus 1.0. Maximum value is 1.0. Line 1 is sine sound. Line 2 is pulse sound.
Play.
Sounds very space.
Audio times mute. Menu submenu show. You can also access the Google Colab example.
You can also access the Google Colab example below to try out all the functions while modifying them by yourself. Please check out the basic usage and how to specify options. Okay.
Heading level 3 link Colab 11Y noodles.
So like I said, I did not look into how well this will work, like what you can do, like what I'm assuming this talks to Matplotlib behind the scenes. I don't know to what degree everything that Matplotlib does is supported by this, obviously. We'll have to play with that. But yeah, this is something that exists that you can use in your own projects. The next thing it says, Colab accessibility utils. This library adds the following features to improve usability on Google Colab. Together with the browser extension options described next, I think you will be able to use Google Colab more smoothly without having to navigate around a lot with the screen reader. One beep sound when executed, 2 beep sounds when normal completion, 2 buzzer sounds when abnormal completion, sound notification of progress bar by TQDM, simple audio output function that can be used instead of print. Okay. So I'm not sure how you would add that to anything. Like, that's just a thing. It does have a example. I'm not sure if and how you would integrate this into like non-existing things. We'll look at this in a second. Let's see what else is there. Then there's a browser extension script that uses TamperMonkey. This script that partially rewrites HTML makes it easier for operate the screen reader on Google Colab. It is not required to run the tutorial described below, so please install it if you have time. So yeah, it says install TamperMonkey, and there's like a Chrome website and an Edge thing, and import the following script. If you already have TamperMonkey installed, just click on the following user script link. I think I have that installed. Let's see. Yeah, I do. So I'll just install that completely without looking what it does, which is very, very good for security. Okay, well, that's done. Doesn't really tell us what the script does exactly, so we'll have to refresh the page and see if it's any better in some respects. Let's first look at this Colab notebook, because I have no idea what to expect from that. Let me refresh this page and just see what is different here.
Speech mode link view in Google Drive. Notebook name edit unavailable Colab 11Y noodle example.ipen. Menu bar menu collapse submenu 5 menu collapse submenu edit. Menu out of menu bar share. Open settings. Google account. Florian left pane complementary landmark toolbar toggle not press table of contents. Toggle not press find and replace.
So far seems same to me.
Toggle code command pal terminal. Out of toolbar code insert code cell below control plus MD. Text add text cell. Copy the drive. Connect to a new runtime. Additional connection option. Gemini. Toggle not press toggle header visibility.
I'm pretty sure I didn't have the script yet, so I'm not sure really what changed, but okay.
Level 1 Colab 11Y noodle. Out of read notebook main landmark cell 0 text cell Colab 11Y noodle. This library provides the following.
This library provides the following functions in Google Colab. Notification by sound at the time of cell execution. 1 beep sound if executed. 2 beep sounds if normal completion. 2 buzzer sounds. Okay. Sound notification of progress bar. Okay. Yeah, we saw
Under
this
region cell
simple
1,
audio
text cell,
thing.
install region, collapse one child cell under install, press left shift greater to also collapse sibling sections.
What? So number 1, okay, so it says collapse one child cell under install. Press shift to also collapse tabbing section. So I guess that's like how you collapse this
Heading
tree
level 1
here.
install. Out of region cell 2,
Okay,
code cell
install
region, editor
says
content, press Alt+F1 for accessibility options. Tippins number stable. Out of editor, out of region cell 2, code cell.
Okay, so we have
name,
code
cell 1,
here.
number
It
install, number,
says
cell 0, text set, number Colab 11Y noodle. This library provides notification by sound at the time of set.
okay, so it looks like this has a very similar, well, I wouldn't call this an issue. It's just something that's happening. If you go up from the top line of a cell, you go to the bottom line of the previous cell, or at least do you go to the bottom
One
line?
beep sound, 2 beep sound, 2 buzz sound, simple.
Let's try.
Cell 1 number install.
No, I'm in cell 1.
Number install.
And I got it back to cell 0 with the up arrow.
Cell 0, text cell, Colab 11 simple audio output fun.
Yeah, so it puts you at the bottom. It kind of makes sense that that would happen. And in this particular case, it's not really a problem because it does tell you that you've switched editors, which Jupyter Notebook did not do. So this is not as
Cell
annoying.
1, text cell, install region, editor content,
So yeah,
press
it
Alt
says
number install.
install. Oh,
Number install. Cell 2, pip install, Colab number stable. Cell 1, text cell, install region. Cell 2, code cell, region, editor content, press Alt plus F1, pip
okay,
install, Colab 11Y
stable
noodle.
is pip install Colab A11Y utils.
E, bang.
There's an exclamation part, an exclamation. There is an exclamation mark before this line. I'm assuming that means terminal command. So here's your hashcat hack. I guess here you can stick the hashtag command. It'll just the hashcat command will just do it. I'd say go try that and see what kind of response you get. Gunvoid. Let's see. And then there's latest. You can also use pip install -u git plus https://github.com/hasaku /colab a11y-utils.git. Yeah, I usually bleep when I'm stuck or when I have to curse and I actually want to be nice, which is not very often, but sometimes I'll make an effort. Let's see. It's very silly, but yeah, like I said, it cracks people up, and I think we need a laugh given what's been happening lately, so might as well. Okay, so all this... Oh, no, there's more. Enable sound notifications when cells are executed. Okay. From Colab, into import set sound notifications. I'm not really sure what this is meant to do. Am I supposed to run this entire notebook? Hey, Dante. What's up? Yeah, we're doing notebook stuff, so not quite security. We're doing data science, machine learning, and the dreaded AI. And stuff like that. So it's like some tools are the things that you'll see a lot, and this is one of them. The notebooks are everywhere. You need them for everything these days, so it's good to like look at the accessibility of them. Even for cybersecurity, if you did the advent of cyber thing last year, like the 2023 one, there was a lot of data science, machine learning, AI stuff in there. And I think we had like 3 or 4 things that ran on Jupyter Notebook, and I actually ran into a problem because it was stuck in their little stupid machine. And I had to do some magic to make it so I could sort of get at the... It does sound less like Skynet when you call large language model Gunvoid. Yeah, it's a pretty useful tool. So far, like you just came in mid rant, so that's good. But yeah, so far it's honestly been pretty good. I have a couple things that I said they should improve for Jupyter Notebooks are in Google Colab, so that's good. I'm looking at this tool. It's like accessibility utils for Colab, and I got a couple of notes like cells here. I'm not really sure what I'm meant to be doing with them. Like if this is like a utility, I'm really not sure if I can like import this into another workspace somehow. Like I'll happy to run the entire notebook. Is there like an entire... Oh, let's try the command palette. We haven't tried that yet. So let's do Command Shift P, or Control Shift B rather. Type the search commands. Run.
Run.
Oh, that's a shame.
Run selection Control plus Shift. Run the focused cell Control plus Enter. Run
So
selection Control plus
that's
Shift plus
the
Enter.
first thing that I've seen that breaks so far. The command palette does not neatly Use ARIA active descendant, so you have to drop into browse mode to see the
Run selection
changes.
out of region, type the search commands, edit run. Run selection,
It's
control plus shift
sloppy. It would have been very easy to fix, but they did not do that. Okay, so we got run selection is control
Run the
shift
focus cell,
enter.
control plus
Run
enter.
the focus cells control enter. Run all cells in notebook is control F9. All right, let's do that. Control F9.
Note Colab
I think I have to do
example
that from
document.
not within the command palette.
From Colab 11 Y All
right, let's try it again. Control F9.
Colab 11 Y example document. Colab document.
Okay. Do we not get...
Out of editor, out of region mode. Full is act mode. Full dialog. Warning, this notebook was not authored by Google. Warning, this notebook.
Oh.
Heading level 2 warning, this notebook was not authored by
Warning,
Google.
this notebook was not authored by Google. This notebook is being loaded from GitHub. It may request access to your data stored within Google, or read data and credentials from other sessions.
Effects off.
Please review the source code before executing this roadbook. Yeah, you're good.
Content info
Please
landmark
just
run.
run.
Banner link notebook main landmark. Cell 8 code cell region. Editor content press alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor as autocomplete multi-line time.sleep 1. Connecting to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. Connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. Cannot save changes. You do not have permission to save this notebook. To keep your changes, make a copy of the notebook.
Okay.
Time.sleep 1.
So that ran everything, I'm guessing. So what? Now if I make new
Save.
cells, it'll
Out of editor, out of remote. Full is act.
use all the bleeps and bloops. Is that what I'm meant to be doing with
Runtime
this?
status
Let's
bar region
see.
close.
Oh, beep-a-deep.
Unavailable connected. Cell 6 code cell region. Editor content press alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor as autocomplete multi-line raise.
Well, something went bzz bzz. I don't think that was meant to happen.
Raise. Raise. Cell 6 code cell raise. Raise. Cell 7 text cell enable sound record in progress bar region. Editor content number enable sound record in progress. Cell 8 code cell region. Editor content press alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor as autocomplete.
Yeah. So this is a really interesting point. Like every time we switch from one cell to another, it'll say that cell XY, and they press F1, Alt F1 to enable the accessibility options. Not only does that key not actually work in this case, they have disabled that, it looks like. I don't know why. But with this many editors, like with all the code cells in a row, every time you switch code cells, it's going to tell you that. That's one of those situations where that gets really spammy. So in something like this, in a notebook context, you probably want to be able to turn that announcement off. And I think you can in VS Code, where this editor component came from. But I don't think you can necessarily do it as a user for Monaco. Maybe you can as an author, I don't know. But
For TQDM range 10. Time dots from number cell unsets cell 11 code raise. Raise cell number speak. Cell 13 code cell region. Editor content press alt cell number speak. Number speak. Cell 13 code cell number
oh,
speak.
wait, let me look at this. So that's like the fancy alternative to speak, I
Out
guess.
of editor edit.
Oh yeah,
Out of
absolutely.
region cell 13 code cell region from Colab 11 Y Ules import speak. Editor content
Okay,
press
so
alt
it's
plus F1 for
speak.
accessibility
You
options.
just
Speak.
call
Hello.
the speak function, and you can just
Out of
speak
editor, out of
hello
region
at that
Runtime
point.
status bar region
So
1. Completed at 9:40 unavailable connect close. Out of region mode. Full is active mode.
how
Mode.
do you
Runtime
make a
available
new
connect.
cell again?
Out of links link view Google Drive menu edit view minutes runtime tool help cannot save changes. Share. Open settings. Google account left pane find and replace table of find various secrets files codes command file terminal. Code insert code cell below control text code
Here.
insert code cell below control plus MD.
Control M and then B.
Code insert notebook main landmark.
So here's a new cell.
Cell 13. Cell 14.
So-
Code cell region. Editor content.
oh.
Cell 13. Cell 12. Text
Yeah,
cell,
I
speak
meant to
region,
put that at the
editor content number,
bottom.
Cell
That's a little
speak,
shitty.
Hello, speak, hello. Speak,
I'll just
hello.
do it from down here then. Make a new line. Control M B was
Cell
it?
15. Code cell
Yeah.
region. Editor content.
So now we have
14,
a cell
code
with
set from
nothing
Colab.
in it. And I am supposedly, if all the notebook ran correctly, which I don't think it actually did, because we got a couple buzzers, which supposedly means that shit broke. We can run speak and then put a quote. So let's put something silly. Something silly. Exclamation point. And I should be able to control enter and it should be spoken. Does it do that? No, everything's broken. Okay, so now how do we see the output for this? Let's see.
Out of editor. Cell 15 output region frame.
Here it is.
Name error trace back. Most recent
Name
call
error, trace back. Oh no. Let's see. IPython, blah blah blah. What's the problem? Speak could not
Greater
be
one
found, I'm
something
guessing.
silly. Name error. Name speak is not defined.
Speak is not defined. That's rude.
Greater link less name error. Out of frame. Editor content. Out of editor. Editor content. Press alt plus speak. Hello. From Colab 11 Y Ules import speak.
All right, so what if I take
Why
this line, because apparently that did not run for
From
some
Colab 11 Y
reason,
Ules import speak. Cell 15.
and we
Speak,
put
some-
it
Cell 14. Code cell.
in
From Colab
here.
11 Y. From Colab 11 Y Ules import speak.
So we added collab A11 y utils equals speak.
Speak something silly.
we just put something in here. Does it run now?
Something silly.
Yes, it does. Okay, so it uses the Windows built-in speech to say something silly. I'm going to naively assume that was audible. If it wasn't, I'm very sorry.
Run dial select.
I actually have no idea what that's talking through, so I don't know if I can fix it if it wasn't. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Text.
Let's see, one thing I can do is make sure
add the cancel Z. Add the dictionary A.
What? No, get out.
No.
Beautiful.
Colab 11,
All right, so
11,
speak like when I talk to parents that are like maybe like parents of say 9th, 10th graders who want to learn how to code. Oftentimes I don't really know what to tell them because like a lot of these things like Scratch and Blockly and things like that are not accessible at all. So there's not that much for like outright kids to learn how to code without like buying like, really expensive things from things like the American Printing House for the Blind and things like that. So that this exists, you can have like a thing that just speaks instead of prints. Obviously, this is not really kid stuff either, but it's cool that it does exist, and I love that more things are getting TTS things now. Like with the advent of, I don't know, get a random SpongeBob cloned voice and use that or something. So that is pretty cool. I do like that. Here's hoping more of these tools become accessible. Swift Playgrounds is pretty accessible. And then these other ones like MIT, is it MIT that makes Scratch? I think it was. It's like, why is this so like it is very doable to make that accessible. They just can't be fucked, basically. Same with Blockly. They basically know that students are doing PhDs on making tools to make their stuff work, and they're just like, hey, that's cool. That way we don't have to do it. Onto D, I say, you seriously, go fix. You know this is broken. You cannot not know this is broken. This has existed for what, 12 years now? Like at this point, you're willfully not taking care of it. That's not okay in my book, and I don't like you for that. Was it MIT? I want to make sure I'm actually not yelling at throwing people. Who made Scratch?
Google.com/Navizocement. Heading Level 3 Scratch was conceived and designed through Collaborative National Science Foundation grants awarded. Heading Level 3 The Mitchell Reese Nick and Yasmin Caffey. Scratch is developed by the MIT Media Lab and has
Okay, yeah, so it's the MIT Media Lab. Well, you MIT Media Lab. There you go. So, that's amusing. I like that there's a speak function. I'd much rather it just echo print statements. I don't think it does that currently. Let's give that a try.
Right parent.
Let's just remove all this and put like, ooh, I don't know, what's up? Uh-oh. Move the space here. Run. Yeah, no, it still doesn't do that. So
Mode full is out of frame self WhatsApp.
it does show it up here, and it kind of makes sense that it doesn't, because that can be a shit ton of output if it's like some kind of model that's having a fit. So I understand that it's not just tossing it out, but it would be nice to have a toggle for it somewhere somehow. This is one of those, you probably want a configuration setting for it somewhere, deals. And honestly, accessibility-wise, there's way too few of those out in the web. You see them a little bit more often in things like games and some programs now, but for the web, accessibility is not configurable. We should be happy if we have someone giving a shit and doing something for it. But, you know, if we want to have an actual user experience that's tailored for the person that you're making experience for, yes, that increases maintainability, but maintainer debt and things like that. But also, we're doing it for everybody else. Why not accessibility? Like I don't know how many like replications, like websites that you set their color palette, turn previews off and on, change icons that you like, maybe even put icon fonts or icon packs that you can put in, develop whole entire new themes. I mean, not everything, definitely not everything, but some things do. Something do. It is a shit show. It's absolutely shit show. Let's see what Dr. Tony wanted. I missed that. Because yeah, Jupyter wasn't doing that either. But Jupyter, like the one thing I do like over Jupyter, where this is concerned, is it does tell me what cell I'm in, which is actually super small, but also really helpful. Tony, you said would print be spoken if it was rendered in an output tag through ARIA Live? Yeah. If they make all the outputs, like, so there's a region here, the output region for this cell is itself a named region called, I think, cell 15 output or something. if you make that an ARIA live region, yes, it would be spoken, provided actually, it may not. You might need to actually inject like that into a already existing region, because ARIA Live is weird in that it doesn't really let you use it immediately after spawning. The screen reader kind of needs to know that it exists. Usually when it's on load, it's fine. But if you set like ARIA Live on like an existing thing that just gets spawned into the DOM, that doesn't always work. It's a little finicky. So usually what people do is they'll just take the text from whatever they want to announce and then just inject that into that one region that was already there. And then call that like the live announcer or something. And then the only problem is that if you have more than one thing to say at a time, you get some really interesting things about how do we queue this and what gets priority and things like that. So that is kind of interesting, but that's usually how this is done. And I'm assuming that's what they're doing for this too. What Gun Voightwalker said, a simple salad recipe is about 15 megabytes. Yeah, after all the libraries are loaded, it's kind of sad. It really is. Like, I played video games that were smaller than that. Okay. Full disclosure. The video in that video game was very rudimentary. It was mostly just like sprites that were moving a bit, but still, it was a video game. Like, I think Doom is quite a bit smaller than that too. Like, even with all the assets. So there you go. So we've done this now. Let's close this out. I'm assuming you could just, I guess what they want you to do with this is you install pip. You install this with pip. And then, you know, you have these examples here that show you how you would be able to import your stuff outside of it. You just import your stuff when you need it. For example, that speak function we just had. I'm not sure why not all of this runs properly. That might honestly be a maintainability thing, or they just haven't kept it up to date, but that's fine. We don't really need to. Let's go look at this tutorial here, the speech command recognition thing. Person calls it a tutorial, so I think that's a great vehicle. Just test this thing out, see how it does. So I'm gonna close this tab out here. What? Get out. Okay. So here it says speech command recognition. In this tutorial, you will learn how to train a voice command recognizer using deep learning as described on the official PyTorch website. I wonder how up to date this is going to be. But let's just see what we can find here. Let's just go see what this does.
Tamper Monkey Colab 11 Y utils is enabled.
Oh.
To check the current execution status of the cell, press Ctrl+Q.
Well, look at that. I guess the user script wasn't working yet, so maybe things do actually get announced. We'll have to see. Okay, Control-Q.
Not executed in the current session.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, so I can go in a cell and press that, and it'll tell me if I've already run it or not. Because, yeah, that was missing. I couldn't really find that information, so that's pretty cool. Let's go look what we can. This is a tutorial, so we can just sort of follow along, I hope. That's really one kind of cool thing about notebooks, is that you can do that. You can just intersperse text, explanations, images alongside your code. So that's really like one thing you could use it for. Let's see how we do. So this is all the same. Yeah, whatever.
Connect to a new runtime. Additional connection options.
So far we haven't needed it, but we'll probably need a GPU at some point, so it'll probably tell us how to do that. Maybe I'm over-expecting, but we'll see. Alright, so here we go. Let's just read with the voice, not with the speech. Set up audio plot. Alright, it says pip install Colab accessibility utils. Pip install audio plotlib. Import audio plotlib as apple. Pen pineapple apple pan. Okay, I'm done now. Okay, so it adds a couple of things here. I'm just gonna run this one cell, not all of them, just this one cell. See what that does.
Speech command recognition tutorial Colab document.
So yeah, right now we get no output whatsoever because I guess it was already connected, so there's just nothing happening. Let's see if there's any
Out of editor, out
output.
of region mode. Full is active. Dialog. Warning. This notebook was not authorized.
Oh, this thing first.
Warning, this
Okay, it was not authorized by Google.
Content
Oh
info and run
no.
anyway.
Go do.
Banner lamp notebook main. Connecting to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. GPU.
Okay, there it goes.
Connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. GPU. Cannot save changes. You do not have permission to save this notebook. To keep your changes, make a copy of the notebook.
That's okay. We don't want to save. We just want to play. Right, so
Cell 1 output region collecting Colab 11Y utils. Downloading call preparing meta collecting PyDub. Downloading PyDub requirement already satisfied. Ipson Colab 11Y requirement already sat. Colab requirement Ipson.
good.
Downloading 1 point requirement Ipson. Requirement Ipson.
Just
Greater
all
Colab
sorts of
11Y util
pip
requirement Ipson.
output
Greater requirement
here.
already sat Ipson. Greater Colab 11Y utils 5.7.1. Require Ipson. Greater require Ipson. Require Ipson. Require Ipson. Require expect requirement allow the elapsed heading level 1 speech command recognition with torch audio.
Okay, when beep beep,
Elapsed sibling sections.
which assuming I guess
46
means
child cells.
everything's fine.
Region cell 1 successfully installed audio plug lib 0.1.2G TTS -2.5.1.
Yay.
Mode full is active. Out of region cell 2 text cell speech command recognition with torch audio region collapse 46 child cells under speech command recognition with torch audio press left shift greater to also.
That's an awful lot of
Speech
cells.
on.
All right, let's see what it says here. Speech command recognition with torch audio. The original official PyTorch tutorial is at this URL. pytorch.org/tutorial/speech_command_recognition_with_torch audio.html. Link will open in a new tab. Oh, that's nice. Speech command recognition with, okay, you're gonna give me the title every single time. This tutorial will show you how to correctly format an audio dataset and then train/test an audio classifier network on the dataset. Colab has GPU options available. In the menu tabs, select runtime, then change runtime type. In the pop-up that follows, you can choose GPU. After the change, your runtime should automatically restart, which means information from execute cells disappears. First, let's import the... Okay, let's go do that real quick because we haven't done that. And I guess if I do that, I'll have to re-import this first cell we just ran. So he says we're not going to be able to do all of this, I'm pretty sure, because we don't have the data and anything, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get. I just want to use this to sort of go through the UI a little bit more and see how we end up. Yeah, In the menu tab, select runtime, then change runtime type. Okay, so that's, I'm assuming they mean this here. Yeah, here's runtime.
Speech, runtime, run all control plus F9 menu, expanded submenu, run all control plus F9. Run before control plus F, run before,
Run before, run cell, run selection, run after. Interrupt executions, control MI is pretty good to remember. Restart, disconnect, change runtime. Here we are.
Manage sessions. Change runtime menu, collapse submenu, change runtime type, dialog runtime type, Python 3 hard cancel. Want access to premium GP, link purchase additional compute units.
Okay, so here you can buy stuff if you want more
TPU,
stuff.
V2. Radio not checked. TPU V2. TPU radio unavailable not checked. TPU deprecated.
The higher voice indicates capital letters.
TPU. Radio unavailable not checked L100. TPU. Radio unavailable not checked A100. TPU.
These are all grayed out.
TPU.
Sure,
Radio
let's
check
help with
T4.
that.
Radio check
Oh,
T4. TPU.
it's already using a GPU.
T4. TPU. Radio CPU.
It's using
Radio not checked. Link more info. Link will open in the news hardware
T4.
accelerator combo box collapse opens list Python 3. Runtime type heading level 2 change.
Okay, yeah,
heading
looks
level 2
good.
change.
Looks like we're already fine, so we don't even have to do
Content
anything.
info save.
Save.
Scanner landmark menu bar. Menu collapse submenu file.
Good to know. What's next?
Note cell 7 text cell importing the dataset cell 2 text cell 0 text cell set up audio plug region set up audio cell 2 text cell speech command recognition with torch audio region speech command recognition with torch audio heading level 1 here link will open and out of region cell 3 text cell region speech command recognition with torch audio.
It's very interesting. You have to use the landmarks, not the headings, to get from cell to cell. Otherwise, not all of these cells seem to have headings.
Cell
So
code cell region editor content.
that's good to know.
Cell 3 text cell region speech command recognition with torch audio separator. This tutorial will show you how to correctly format an audio dataset and then train/test an audio classifier network on the dataset. Colab has GPU option available in the pop-up that restart, which means information from executed cells first that can be installed first. Let's import the
First, let's import the common torch packages such as torch audio, github.com/pytorch/audio, that can be installed by following the instructions on the website. All right, we have a code cell that just says CPU, but that's commented out. And then we have GPU, that is not commented out. This is 1.7.0 EU101. Is it me or is PyTorch 2 a thing at this point?
https://download.pytorch.org/whl/torch. Import torch. Import torch.nn. Import torch.nn.functional as f. Import torch.optum as optum. Out of editor, out of region cell 5. Out of
All right, let's run this code cell. Very curious if this is still going to work. All the things.
The network on the GPU will let's check if a to the GPU is cell 4 code cell region editor content press Alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor as autocomplete multi-line import torch audio.
Okay, now it's going. So the one beep, I guess, means we have started doing stuff, and then 2 beeps, I guess, means we're done. Let's see what the output's doing.
Cell 4 error 1.11.0 error. Looking in links. Link HTTPS out of frame out of reach. Cell error. Code 1.1 error. Could not find the version.
Could not find a version that satisfies the requirement. Torch 1.7.0. Yeah. 1.11 CPU. Okay, so it looks like we might just need to change this a little bit. Wow. That's a very good question. Do I have a sound library to use for generating sounds? Now, these are just I didn't make these. These are just they just came with what I'm using. Like the little NVDA sounds came with like the add-on that's generating them, and these beeps are coming from this guy's stuff. But generally, I just go look for things that talk to me. Like, for example, my Twitch stuff is usually somewhat thematic. My gamer sounds are mostly like from the various games that I play, and then here on the hacking things. Some things are the same. The follow sound is something I just found in a random YouTube video that seemed apt. So it's really from all over the place. I'm going to change 1.7 to 1.12.0 and see if that fixes this.
Import torch number CPU number pip install torch equals 1.7.0 plus cubic 107.
The problem is I think a couple of other things are also a little out of date, so... Oh boy. I'm going to go on a limb and hope that these are... Let's just see what it does now. It should give us a couple of versions that we can use, and we'll just do them one by one, I guess. Let's go. Boop. Boop, boop. Problem. Let's see. What's the problem?
Cell 4 error 1.1 error. Could not find the version that satisfied.
That torch 1.12. From versions 1. I changed that, didn't I? Oh.
Editor number pip install torch equals 1.12.0 plus import pip install torch equals 1.1.
That says 101, but we need to use 102. I'm pretty sure. Let's try again. This is the cool thing about notebooks. I can just faff around and see how we do. Like, I'm expecting errors at this point, but I can see what the errors are.
Could not find the version that satisfies the requirement. Torch equals 1.12.0 plus cubic 101 from versions. 1.11.0, 1.11.0 plus 2, 1.11.0 plus cubic 102, 1.11.0 plus cubic 113, 1.11.0 plus cubic 115, 1.11.0 plus rock 4.3.1, 1.11.0 plus rock 4.5.2, 1.12.0, 1.12.0 plus 2, 1.12.0 plus cubic 102, 1.12.0 plus...
So yeah, this should work. 1.12.0 plus CU 102.
Import torch. Speech mode off.
Yeah, didn't we all? 1.12 CU 101. I changed that just now. Why didn't it save? I set make it 2. Oh, I changed this one. Oops. I'm going to assume that some of these and all of these will need to be updated and none of the code will work. But we're just going to see until we crash and burn. More seems to be happening this time. Hasn't fallen over yet. Is it? No, it's still going. Look at that, I did shit. I will say this is not very fast. Like, I would expect GPU stuff to be a little quicker with downloading stuff and things, but it's honestly kind of meh. I just changed the 1.7 to 1.12, honestly, that's all I did. It looks like this tutorial just was made a while ago and he just never updated it. Which, I guess, fair enough. How is this thing 776 megabytes? What the actual... How is one Python library 776 megabytes? Black and White, the first game was 600. How is it that big? What are they sticking in there? Alright, well it broke, so let's see what's broke. What am I missing now? Oh, no! Warning! You are connected to a GPU runtime, but not utilizing the GPU. Hey, I'm getting there, alright Google? I'm getting there. What's the problem? At least this is cached now, this should be. Error! Could not find a version that satisfies the requirement Torch Vision 0.8.1. From version 0.1.6, 1.7. Oh dear. Let's see, we got 0.12. Oh, okay. Zero point 12 point. Yeah, no, I particularly love the oopsie floops. Something went wrong. You might have to go do a thingy, and it's probably our fault. But in case it isn't, you should call Microsoft support, and we'll tell you what the non-existent, non-specific error means. See what this does. This should fail faster now because we already have the torchy thingy, the really specific PyTorch, the first one. Torch Vision, that is. Is that the big one that we're now downloading? Let's see. What are we grabbing? Yeah, okay, it's using cached, and now it's grabbing... Oh no, but died again. What's wrong? What's the matter? Error! Could not find a version that satisfied the requirement Torch audio equals 0.7.0. Okay, well the first one is 11.0. It's probably not a terrible idea to have these all be on somewhat of a similar number. I'm assuming that signifies something, and they've probably kept them up to date in a similar way. So if I put this on 0.12 CU102, we should probably be mostly okay, provided not much else changed. If that is the case, though, it kind of makes you wonder why we're even updating these things, given apparently they never change. But let's see, where's the audio one?
Speech install torch equals 1.12.0 plus cubic 102 torch vision equals 0.12.0 plus cubic 102 torch audio equals 0.
Oh, there. Okay, yeah. Torch audio 0. What did I say? 12.0 plus CU102. And then there's this /f. Download a pytorch.org/whl/torch stable.html. I'm assuming that's where the version numbers are coming from. So if everything is okay, we should at least get 3 packages that download now. I'm not sure how they'll work together, but we'll get them, download them at least. Let's have a look. It's doing a thing. It's doing all sorts of fancy downloadings.
Mode full is active. Edit. Collecting torch equals 1.12.0 plus cubic 102.
Okay, we'll grab
looking at links. Link https://download.pytorch.org/
Did you seriously just uncache everything?
Collecting torch equals 1.12.
Oh yeah, no I didn't. Okay, so it's finding that.
Equals using cached. Link http 21.0 MB. Collecting torch audio equals 0.
It's broken. What's wrong?
Link http MB. 3 points requirement already satisfied. Type in torch equals 1 requirement already satisfied. Torch vision equals requirement already torch vision equals info. Pip is with other requirements. Pip is looking at multiple versions of torch vision to determine which version is compatible with other requirements. This could take a while. Error. Cannot install torch
Error. Cannot install torch vision equals 12 1.2 and torch vision because these package versions have conflicting dependencies.
The conflict is caused by the user
requested torch 1.12. Torch Vision 1.12 depends on Torch equals 1.11.0. To fix this, you should try to loosen the range of package versions you've specified. I'm halfway tempted, guys, to literally just remove... You know what, let's do that. Let's invite the chaos. We're not even going to put version numbers. We're just going to let them do whatever Pip wants to do. Here we go. This might take a minute.
Pip install torch equals 1.12.0 plus cubic 102 torch 2 C plus 1 dot 0 equals 1 U C plus 0 dot 2 1 dot 0 equals.
Like at some point you just need to try to do a little to go a little crazy with this kind of stuff. Here goes. Let's see what it downloads now. So it grabs.
Requirement already satisfied. Torches requirement already 0.18.0 plus Q requirement already satisfied. Torch audio and slash requirement already satisfied. 3.15 requirement already from Torch.
Okay, that's somewhat anticlimactic. It's mostly just doing whatever it wants.
1 point requirement already 3 requirement already.
Exposure therapy. maybe, yeah, maybe. Like obviously, if this doesn't work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just dump into not dump. Don't dump into Colab. That's usually not a bad idea. I'll jump into like one of these curated notebooks and go play with that. But let's just see what this does first.
3.1.4.
Because this is all specifically for screen readers. So it's kind of sad that they didn't keep it up to date. But on the other hand, I know how this stuff works. Like if I make a resource like this, I haven't, but if I would, I would also usually not have time to actually maintain it. Like I'm thinking of writing a couple guides to write like NVDA add-ons and things, and I'll do that eventually, and then it'll languish somewhere, and then I'll probably just make it a wiki so people can update it. So if I can't be fucked to, or if I don't have the time. Okay, what are you grabbing? Grabbing NVIDIA CUDA and VRTC-QA112, 12.1.105, which is what, huge, I'm assuming? Okay, no, this all looks good. This is all cached stuff. What are you even doing then? To scroll through all this output. So much stuff. Collecting NVIDIA NVJIT Installing collected packages. It doesn't look like it's going to fall over this time. That's kind of cool. I'm halfway expecting an email from Google going, hey, whatever you're doing, can you stop? You're like killing the cluster for the entire world. Stop it. Okay, successfully installed. Did everything work? Okay, blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of things. Yeah, we're done. It didn't crash. Okay, next cell. Let's check if a CUDA GPU is available and select our device. Running the network on a GPU will greatly decrease the training and testing runtime. Okay. Here we have a code cell. Device equals torch.device CUDA if torch.CUDA is available. Else CPU. Print device. All right, let's try it. So far, I think that's not changed. So this cell should still run without any problems. Let's try it.
Speech mode top.
Boop. Uh-oh. What did I just say?
Device. Out of editor. Cell 6 output region frame CUDA. Mode full is active. True is user disabled.
Oh, it worked. Okay, BB apparently means fine. CUDA. Okay, so we got CUDA. We have GPU. That's working.
Cell 7.
Beautiful. What's the next thing we need to do?
Sections. Heading level 2, importing the dataset.
Importing the dataset. We use Torch Audio to download and represent the dataset. Here we use speech commands. argsiv.org/abs/1804.03209 greater than underscore. I don't know. Which is a dataset from 35 comments spoken by different people. Dataset speech commands is a torch.utils.data.capital dataset version of the dataset. In this dataset, all audio files are about 1 second long, and so about 16,000 time frames long. Not sure where you're getting that from. The actual loading and formatting steps happen when a data point is being accessed, and Torch Audio takes care of converting the audio files to tensors. If one wants to load an audio file directly, instead, torchaudio.load can be used. It returns a tuple containing the newly created tensor, along with the sampling frequency of the audio file, 16,000 kilohertz for speech commands. All right. Going back to the dataset, here we create a subclass that splits it into standard training, validation, testing, and subsets. It takes a long time to download a dataset of about 2 gigabytes, Once it is downloaded, it will be skipped next time. Cute. Okay, well, while that downloads, I guess I can talk about things. So far, it hasn't fallen over, so that's good. So yeah, basically, this is letting us do like a little bit of machine learning stuff. This was really cool in like 2021 when this came out, I think. I found this when I was doing like, you know, doing the COVID blues walk. Basically, we were just at home, not doing much, and this came onto my radar.
Speech mode talk. Speech mode off.
It was kind of amusing, and I just sort of left it behind for a while, and then because I did the elementary OS review a couple weeks ago, I was thinking, what else can I do for this kind of channel? Like, obviously, I'm doing more hacking stuff. That's coming up again. I'm doing more of that soon because I want to like go through the kiddie stuff on Try Hack Me and just do some like more involved stuff, but also look at ActiveBox Academy, be Portswigger Academy, a couple of other ones. But these kind of things are also cool to do. Like, I can just look at various tools and just see how accessible or inaccessible they are, and then usually also figure out a way if we can like mitigate the inaccessibility, which is often something that you kind of just sort of need to figure out how to do. And if you don't figure out how to do it, then, well, everything just doesn't work properly and you just get stuck, and that's sad. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do. There's one thing I want to do about like screen reader scripting. That's one topic I want to cover. I want to cover conversational interfaces, like, for example, Talon Voice and maybe Dragon. I want to play with building stuff. Like, I might do a WordPress or a Drupal site, or I might just build like a script that talks to some kind of API. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll see. Just there's all sorts of different things outside of just hacking. Like, there's also going to be coding. There's going to be like tech explorations. We're going to play with new tools. Heck, I might do live streams when I'm outside with some AI tool, like some AI toy that tells me where to go or whatever. That might be fun. Yeah, we'll have to see how things go in the coming time. Definitely liking the numbers on IC Null so far. Like, a lot of you people seem to find this interesting, and I'm glad that that's the case. You know, some people watch on YouTube. That's also good. YouTube is cool too. I've actually been asked if I should Equatio. Yeah, I'll happily look at that. Like, my math is about as good as your Swahili, I think. But I'll try it. Sounds fun. Another thing I was thinking of, and I forgot to. Oh yeah, PeerTube. Someone asked me if I wanted to do like a PeerTube channel as well, and honestly, I would. I just have no idea what instance and how to even add that to my workflow, because I already have to do like Twitch and YouTube, and I think there's also like a Twitch alternative that you can stream on in the Fediverse. I would have no idea how to even start setting that up, but I might look into it. I have like 2 more channels, but I'm pretty sure Restream doesn't support that either, so I'd have to figure out something else. It looks like the thing is done, by the way, in the meantime. So let's see what happened here. Uh-oh. Enable browser notifications in settings to get alerts when execution's complete. Now that's okay. I got beeps. I got my beeps. I'm good. Permission requested. What do you want? No, I don't want notifications. Whatever. You can have them. Notifications allowed. Hooray. So did it work? Let's see.
Speech unavailable connected. Completed at 10:22 p.m. 3 m7.
Looks like it did work, or at least it did complete.
Notebook main self cell 19 code cell cell 8 cell 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 10 cell 9 cell 8 editor con cell 7 text cell 8 code cell region editor con import us cell 6 editor content press alt plus F1 for print device cells in mode full is act out of region cell 7 text cell importing the dataset region collapse 13 child cells under sections heading level 2 importing the dataset. We use Torch audio to download and represent the dataset. Here you USH people the dataset. Yeah,
this is what we just did.
Cell 8 code cell region editor con import us. Class subset South Carolina switch com cell 8 output.
South Carolina, sure. Why not?
Cell 8 output region frame 100%.
100%. It does look it down. Oh, listen to this monstrosity.
Cell 8 output region frame 100% symbol 2.26G/2.26G203 less 0 o'clock 19.7 MB/s. Number of train 105,829 valid 9981 test 11,005.
Okay, very cool. So I did download the thing. The symbol is like the newest fancy way to show a progress bar in the text content. I see it in terminals. I see people using freaking Braille dots to make progress bars now, which I find super ironic because it's not accessible if you do that.
Mode full is active. Out of frame. Out of region.
All
Out of
right.
region. Cell 9.
Next
Text cell.
cell.
Region, a data point in the switch comments.
A data point in the speech commands dataset is a tuple made of a waveform, the audio signal, the sample rate, the utterance label, the ID of the speaker, the number of the utterance. Okay, that's good. Yeah, here I have a bit of code that shows that off. So we got waveform, sample rate, label, speaker ID, utterance, number equals train.set, index array 0, print shape of waveform, dot format, waveform dot size, and then we have like a thing. Sample rate of waveform, and then we got that. Is there a, well, some people use a slider and just slide it. There is a progress bar element. I do not know to what degree screen readers do something with that currently, but it does exist. Yeah, I think what people mostly do is just have like a percent that goes up with just, you know, regular old characters of text that everyone can read or translate or copy paste or do something else with. And then you could say ARIA live that every X times, like maybe every 20% or every 30%, not too often because that gets really annoying.
Region cell 11. Text cell region. Let's find the list of labels available.
Let's find the list of labels available in the dataset. All right.
Cell 12. Code cell.
So we got a nice code. Labels equals port assorted, paren list, paren set, paren data point, index 2 for data point in TQDM, paren train set, paren. Labels. This is why I have sounds for these. The 35 audio labels are commands that are set by users. The first few files. Yeah, no problem. The first few files are people saying backward. Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Dr. Donifast. Yeah, there you go. I know how to speak English. I have the Duolingo certificate to prove it. Anyways, have a good day, Dr. Tony Fast. I hope you have a good night and day or whatever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Probably going to cover VS Code next with this stuff.
Region cell 14. Code cell region editor content.
I was going to cover VS Code at some point anyway. I already did, but I guess I'll do it again.
Region cell 13. Text cell region backward.
Okay, so what the first thing we see is I have waveform equal underscore waveform underscore first, asterisk underscore equals train underscore set index 0. IPD dot audio cap left paren waveform underscore first dot numpy left paren right paren rate equals set sample underscore rate autoplay equals true. All right.
Region cell 15.
Let's run that.
Notebook name.
Uh-oh. Shit broke. Let's see what happens.
Name error trace back. Most recent call last. Link less with an input 11. 1 waveform first. Star equal greater to lip.audio waveform. Name error. Name sample rate is not defined.
Sample rate's not defined. That's because we forgot to run the previous...
editor cell 12. Code cell. Region editor content. Press alt plus F1.
Yeah, we forgot to run this. And
cell
this.
10. Code cell. Region editor
Actually,
content.
too.
Press alt. Cell 4. Code cell.
So let's just make sure we run everything that we meant to be reading. So running. So that's this one. That's not good either. What's wrong?
Self name error trace back. Most recent link less with an input 1 waveform greater to lip.audio with name error. Name sample rate is not defined.
Okay, but we're defining it.
For accessibility options. Editor as auto. Cell 12. Code cell. Cell 10. Code cell. Region editor. Cell 1. Code cell. Region editor content. Press alt plus cell 14. Code cell. Region editor. Lip.audio waveform first dot numpy. Rate equal waveform first. Star equals train set 0. Cell 12. Code cell. Region editor content. Press alt plus F1.
Let's see.
Cell 11. Text.
What's going on here?
Test set equals subset. Valid set equal train set number 3. Self.walker equals W for W and number
okay, we did this bit.
Print number of train. Valid. Test print number of train. Self.walker equals the audio signal for the speaker. The number. Cell 10. Code cell. Region. Print. Shape of waveform. Dot format. Waveform.
Okay, we did that one.
Print. Sample rate of wave. Print. Sample rate of waveform. Dot format.
So for example, if we look at the output first, how does the waveform look? Shape of waveform. Torch size equals 116,000. Sample rate 16,000. Looks good. Okay, so we have that. Let's find the list of labels.
Cell 12, code cell, region, editor, content, press alt. Cell 12, cell 11. Cell 12, code cell.
I'm guessing that's meant to be a progress bar? Why is it all the way on the left, though? So why is it way louder than all the other beeps? What is that showing in the output thing?
0%.
Oh, because it's not moving, that's why.
29/105,829
Oh, no! This will take a minute. Shit. At the moment, this basically says this will take like 5 hours. I'm wondering, oh wait, it's going faster now. We're 3 hours, 350. 4 hours, 3 hours. I did not expect this to be this slow. I'm guessing maybe Google changed something or something. I don't know. Maybe the data set got bigger. But this is going to take forever, and I'm not going to be here forever, so...
500.
Might say that this one is done at this point, and maybe try one of the other ones, like the API, the AI things or whatever. Because yeah, this is gonna take forever, and how do you say this like without being a dick? No.
Dialog changes. Notebooks. Colab. Google. Google Chrome. Notebooks.
So
Colab.
let's do
Google
something with this. What does
Music
this do?
transcription with transformers. Interactive demo of a few music transcription models created by Google's Magenta team. You can upload audio and have one of our models automatically transcribe it. Link generating music with transformers. Generating music with transformers.
Let's do
Link
generating music with transformers. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go like full-on UDO with this bullshit.
Tamper Monkey Colab 11Y utils is enabled. To check the current execution status of the cell, press Ctrl+Q.
Out of region, toggle, not press toggle, notebook, main landmark, cell 0, text cell, copyright 2019 Google, LLC, dot region, heading level 5, copyright 2019 Google, LLC, dot.
Oh, this is a very old one. Okay, let's continue. This is from 2019, so we were way before like any GPT stuff started catching on. Let's see how bad this is. Licensed, yeah. Ian Simon, Anna Huang, Jesse Engel, Curtis Fjord Hawthorne. This Colab Notebooks lets you play with pre-trained transformer transformer models for piano music generation based on the music transformer model introduced by Huang et al. In 2018. I have to read through these slow because every time there's a link that opens a new tab that's part of the link text, and I have to read past that. The models used here were trained on over 10,000 hours of piano recordings from YouTube, transcribed using onsets and frames, and represented using the event vocabulary from Performance RNN. Unlike the original music transformer paper, this notebook uses attention based on absolute instead of relative position. We may add models that use relative attention at some point in the future. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds fantastic. We only have 3 children, so this is quite a bit smaller. Under environment setup, all right. Environment setup, what am I meant to do here? Show code, downgrade NumPy. Unfortunately, this notebook doesn't work with the pre-installed version of NumPy. So we need to downgrade it to version 1.19. Note, you must restart the runtime after running this cell. Okay. How would I even run this cell? The code's hidden by default, so would I just have to show code and then... Yeah, okay, that seems to be what you need to do.
Speech mode heading level 3 downgrade num editor content press Alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor has autocomplete multi-line number title downgrade NumPy. Editor content press Alt plus F1 for... Too many sessions dialog. You have too many active sessions. Terminate an existing session to continue. If cancel. Manage sessions. Manage scans and using Colab with more sessions. You may want to check out link Colab Pro.
Okay, manage sessions.
Generating piano music with transformers.
I thought just closing the thing would kill the session, but apparently not, and I guess that makes sense. Let's kill a couple.
CPU. 0 minutes ago. Terminate speech command recognition tutorial. Unavailable. Active sessions. Dialog.
Bye-bye.
Active sessions. Active sessions. Generate this Colab notebook lets you play with pre-trained based on the link text classification with movie review.
Alright, now it should work.
Text class. This notebook class is an example of machine learning multilingual universal sentence encoder Q&A retrieval.
What?
Machine learning problem is an example of binary data and analytics heading level 2. AI and machine learning heading level 2. Gemini API heading safe space /pixie 10.
Where'd it go?
Generating piano music with
Oh, there it is.
Active set.
What
Create a heading level 2
the?
Generating piano music with dialogue. Active sessions.
Yeah.
Active session runtime disconnected. Title heading level 2 active sessions. Run to link untitled 0.ibn. Link graphic open a new tab 7 minutes ago. Terminate untitled 0.ibn.
Yeah, kill that
Unavailable.
too.
Active sessions.
There, that should
Active
be a lot
sessions.
better.
Active mode. Full is at mode. Dialogue. Active set on close. Content info landmark. Generating piano music with transformer. No previous edit. Notebook name edit. Notebook name landmark. Cell 1. Text cell. Cell 3. Code cell. Downgrade num5 region editor.
No, I'm not allowed to run this, please.
Connecting to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. GPU. Connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. GPU.
Is it gonna beep? Or do we not have the beeps now? Because we killed the other ones. I think we may no longer have the beeps.
Number of markdown unfortunately. Number of title downgrade num5.
Work.
Uninstalling numpy 1.2 successfully. Electing numpy equal downloading 7.3 edit. Out of region cell 4. Code cell. Setup.
Okay, yeah, seems to have worked fine enough.
iCode. Heading level 3 setup environment. Editor content press Alt plus F1 for accessibility options. Editor has autocomplete.
Setup
Only line numbers. Number of
environment.
markdown
Okay, what
copies
are we
of auxiliary data from
doing?
Google Cloud Storage.
Copy some auxiliary data from Google Cloud Storage.
Number of markdown also install and import Python dependencies
Also
needed.
installed import Python dependencies needed. So what they've done here is they've stuck special comments in the Python code itself, and that allows them to hide and show the code.
Editor content press Alt plus F1.
I kind of find that an interesting way to do it, given we have notebooks here, so you don't really need to do this. But maybe this was necessary back in 2019. I don't know. Let's run this.
Cell 4 out value layer. Value layer trace back. Most recent call last. Link less with an input 2-3D04 number of markdown for running the transformer models. 5 greater 6-7 8 print from GCS. Separator 1 frames. Separator link slash us slash local slash libs y 33 34 greater for 36 37 value layer TensorFlow 1 is unsupported in Colab. Your notebook should be updated to use TensorFlow 2.
I love this. So look at literally we're looking at curated Google notebooks that don't work anymore on Colab. So yeah, that's great. That's really some seriously good curation right there. Let's close this one. I'm going to look at some Gemini things, really just because Gemini is new, so it should work. Analyze audio recordings. What does that do? This notebook provides an example of how to prompt Gemini 1.5 using an audio file. In this case, you'll use a sound recording of President John F. Kennedy's 1961 State of the Union address. Quite honestly, I don't think I want to put presidents of any country in any stream of mine currently. Let's see what else we got. Function calling, prompting with a text file, compare Gemini and ChatGPT, inspect rich document, anything fun. Okay, this is no longer Gemini. Okay, let's just do the Gemini things, I guess. We'll do a create a marketing campaign. Why not? So now we got super fancy new stuff.
Is enabled.
This is like this year, I'm pretty sure. So
status of the cell.
They should run, shouldn't it?
Q.
Let's find out. Copyright 2024. Now look at that. I opened up the code. Now you know the rhythm of the code. All right, let's see.
Speech sections. Left pane complementary landmark table of contents heading.
Did that it? Come on.
Out of region heading level 3 editor content press Alt plus F1 number a title license number Apache license number you may not use this number you may obtain number
license
number unless required by applicable law number with
I thought Google didn't care about licenses.
Out of
Oh!
region cell 2 text cell create a marketing campaign from a product sketch of a jet backpack region collapse 28.
Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, this is quite a bit longer too. Alright.
Level 1 create a marketing campaign from a product.
Create a marketing campaign from a product sketch of a jet backpack. Oh yeah, this notebook contains code example of using the Gemini API to analyze a product sketch. In this case, a drawing of a jetpack. Create a marketing campaign for it and output taglines in JSON format.
Link run the Google Colab link will open in a new tab. Out of region cell 3 text cell setup region collapse 4 child cell heading level 2 cell. Out of region cell 4 code cell region editor content press Alt plus F1.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of pip install stuff. Let's go do that. Connection to Google or to Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend. You do not have permission to save this notebook. To keep your changes, make a copy of the notebook. I mean, I turned my speech off, so it's not saying it, so I guess I have to. So output, cell output for number 4.
Speech now the region. Cell 4 output region 163.9/163.9 KB 2.6 MB /S A 0 o'clock 00. 700 edit. 718.3/718.3 KB 10.6 MB /S A 0 o'clock 00. Edit out the region cell file import Google.generativity as Geni. From Google.colab import user data.
So here we get all the code for the actual Gemini. We got Google.colab import user data. Import Google.generative AI as Gen AI. Import PIL.image. So pretty standard stuff. Very similar to like how you would make an NVIDIA add-on. You have access to everything Python can do. So you can get your PIL for image. PIL is like the Python image library. You can add. Heck, you could make any project of Python origin part of this if you run this locally. In that sense, I guess LLMs are the new fancy new APIs that you can just use for things. Like back in 2017, 2018, it was like weather APIs that you would use for like baby's first program projects. And I guess now it's this, which is cool, but yeah, interesting. Apart from like looking at actual code, accessibility wise, we don't really have much more to go over. Like it's very similar to Jupyter Notebook, obviously. Interface, I think, has been done a little bit better. The fact that third party needed to come in like to get you easy way to figure out if a cell is still running or not is a bit sad. But then it's certainly not difficult or even impossible to figure that stuff out yourself. Google being Google and this project being as new as it is, you'd think they'd think of that. But on the other hand, I can't knock this too hard. It works relatively well. There's a couple of like little dings. Like I'm accessibility auditor, I always have something to bitch about, but this is honestly not terrible for like a mainstream tool, as it were. Like this is unfortunately the distinction I now have to make. A lot of the time, it's just if you want accessibility that's better than this, let's just call it that, you need to get like specifically made tools. Like look at things like VO Llama, for example. That's like a GUI that's supposedly more accessible than the ones that are out there, especially for screen reader users. And it's cool that that stuff exists for the people who want it, but it's also kind of sad that we have to still do that in 2024. So in that sense, that is a thing that we're still sort of on. So yeah, honestly, like I said, there's not much more to cover. I think this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I'm about done talking here. It's pretty much just, yeah, look at my previous stream to see what else like I would have said. And in that sense, I'm quickly looking at a good raid target. So if anyone would like me to raid them or a friend of theirs, this is the time to tell me. Just looking else, what else is here? Yeah, sometimes they're just this quick. Oh, I see that our bear friend is available. At least I think he's still there. Let's see if the bear friend is there. He has a new raid alert, so it'd be kind of cool if you could see that. He's working on a side project. Oh, that might not even be accurate. Let's hit the watch now and see what he's actually doing. Is he still there? No, he is not. Dang it. All right, let's go to Discord and see what we can find. Worst case, we'll just have to call it here. Unfortunately, that seems to be happening. I need to find more like people that I follow that do this kind of content. That apparently makes it tricky. Let's see. Go here. No, not that one. The other one. Let's see if anyone's here doing stuff. Most recent on this server was... Let's see. Okay, like 3:54 in the morning this morning. So that's a no. I'll check one more place, and if I can't find anything there, honestly, yeah, we may have to call it just by ending the video here. I just don't have anything else to bug. Again, if anybody else has someone, feel free to tell me, but if not, it's no problem either. Let's see. what's the last thing that happened here? Last channel I'll check. Ooh. Nope. Looks like nobody else is here. Okay, well, that's sad, but I guess more fair for the YouTube folks anyway. I will call it here. Next week, I think we'll finish off this series by looking at VS Code. Yeah, I'll look at VS Code's implementation. We might look into some more VS Code related things while we're there. Like, they always do some wacky stuff with accessibility, so it's really interesting to look into as well. After that, we'll probably cover some more hacking, because we haven't done that in a minute. Tomorrow, on the Xerxiax channel, we'll be doing some gaming. Guessing that's going to be Diablo 4 again, but I haven't actually talked to the guy that I do that with currently, so I'd have to ask. Otherwise, we'll find something else to do. There's plenty of games we can play. And Saturday, there is going to be another stumble where we might cover... what do we do on Saturday? Maybe some more Spider-Man if I can get myself unstuck on that. God of War is always possible. Factorio is always possible. There's plenty of things we can stumble through. So, yeah, that's on the Xerxiax channel. That's the channel that's in the panels. If people want to check that out, that's definitely there as well. And then next week on Tuesday, VS Code and the other thing I just said. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate the things. Share this around to like people you think it might be helpful for. Again, not in for the money, but I do like to reach a larger audience when I can. So if there's more folks who this sounds cool to, definitely go, tell your cats, your hats, your dogs, and your pogs. And yeah, we'll see you in the next stream. For now, I'm going to call it all. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone, and I hope you all have a great night, /day, /morning, /whatever you are at in the current world or planet that you're on. And yeah, we'll see you again in the next one. For now, have a good day. And this sound is not ideal. So this clip that you just heard is from Sword Art.
Video game?
No,
Thank you. Appreciate the follow. So first, let me explain who.
Video
Oh,
game?
not a follow. Thank you so much, Car85. Thank you so much for all the follows. I can't quit now. I must fix it. Thank you for the follow, Angel D. Is that what your name is? Angel D. Anyway, first let me explain what I do. So basically, I'm a blind streamer. I'm completely blind, no monitor, no vision, no nothing. I do hacking stuff. I do programming. I do accessibility testing. Today we did like a thing on data science and AI, so that was kind of interesting. AI is not a thing I use every week. It's not something I necessarily have a huge interest for, but it is fun to use from time to time. But yeah, the whole gimmick is blind screen reader user, therefore I get to show my viewpoint in that sense. The reason why that sound that we just heard isn't ideal, that is a clip from Sword Art Online's, I think it's called My Land or Our Land or something. The problem with that sound is that it's heavily copyrighted. So on Twitch, that's fine. That's not really a problem because Twitch just auto mutes it in the VOD. But I'm also streaming to YouTube, and actually that gets striked right away. And that's on me. I should have changed that sound out when it happened the first time. And now I'm just going to have to go in my dashboard and unmute that bit. It's completely okay. But I just never expected another big rate like that. So thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it super much. I was about to say, like, I sort of just said what I had to say here, but obviously I can do like an ask me anything kind of bit here. If anyone curious about how a blind person hacks codes, games, or whatever, this is the time to ask. I was saying that tomorrow on the gaming channel, on the Xerxiax channel, we're doing probably Diablo 4. And on Saturday, we're probably doing Spider-Man or God of War Ragnarok. I'm not sure yet on the PlayStation. we'll have to see what fits. But yeah, that's basically what I did, and I'm gonna have to go in this wait for the copyright, because the Japanese are like savage with this. I am not a monetized channel yet. I only have like almost 200 subscribers on YouTube. So when a video gets clipped like that, when like Nintendo sees it, or whoever, the Japanese people, they pretty much just block it globally the entire way, like until I fix it. And it's fine. It's like 5 seconds to fix, but it's just amusing that it's so hardcore. Twitch is like, I'll just mute it. They'll just mute it by default. You can't even have it not do that. What? What? How? Oh! Oh shit! Okay. I have to explain what just happened. I had JD Does Devs tab open. Yeah, it's fun. So I had JD Does Devs stream open because I was going to raid him, see if he was still there, and he wasn't. And I forgot about the tab. I just completely forgot about it. I went to go do something else. So just now, his like little AI-generated music started playing, and I'm like, where's that coming from? And you guys can't even hear that because that's coming into my headphones. So I was like, wait, who is hacking my stream right now? Like, how can I hear random music that I didn't turn on myself? But yeah. It's an interesting thing. I'll fix it. Yeah, fix it's hacking me. But yeah, thank you so much everyone for the raid. Thank you for trusting me with your community fix it. Appreciate that. I was actually saying, like, next week we'll do like a VS Code stream to finish off these Python notebook things, and then after that we'll go back to hacking stuff as well. So that's going to be like, we'll probably finish like the burp suite section of the red teamer path, the junior pen tester path, because that's almost done. It's not that hard anymore. And I also want to look at Hack the Box Academy at some point, because that looks really good. I was able to get like a reduced rate sub to that for like a academy thing I did a couple years ago. And I still have that subscription, so I might as well use it. But yeah, they have like some really cool certificates that are really fun to sort of learn towards as well. So we may cover that at some point. So after Try Hack Me has been sufficiently bashed at, we'll probably look at an HTBA for after that. So that'll be fun. After that, having settled that though, I will actually call it here because I really don't have much else to say unless people have questions about all the things I do. And I kind of want to see if I can find someone to raid now because someone raided me. Fix it. Any suggestions we could raid? Because I couldn't really find someone on the server that we usually go on. Let me see. Hacking streams, Twitch. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, we'll do that. Music streamer. I love it. Let's do a music streamer. What is their name? Kimarieski. I'm assuming. I can't see any text. No, me neither. I looked at the server, like the claw, and it has nothing. Yeah, Kimarieski is who we're going to raid. Thank you everyone so much for joining up. Let me start the raid before I start waffling again. There we go.
Raid initiated.
So,
we will be raiding Kimareski in 90
tomorrow,
seconds.
a game. Saturday, game. Next week, Python notebooks and VS Code. And then Wednesday and Saturday, obviously, probably games again. We'll have to see, because I do get a visitor over next week, and I'll have to see if I want to spend all my days streaming, but I'll figure it out. And And yeah, that's gonna be a super fun. That's gonna be a super fun thing. Wait, did I do it wrong?
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, okay. So it's Kamari Sky. Okay, I thought it was like a Polish name. Kamari Sky, love it. But yeah, gotcha. Thank you so much again for the raid. Appreciate that. I hope everyone's gonna have a great day. Yeah, you should. You should catch. It'd be fun to have you around, particularly when we do the hacking stuff. It'd be cool because you do the try hack me stuff, and
30 seconds
it's always
remaining.
fun to see you like at it. So it'd be fun if you be in there as well at some point. I guess I just need to stream longer, and that's what I need to do, or start later. In any case, this has been super fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the gaming channel for people who want to join up with that, and then otherwise we'll see you again next week on Tuesday.
10 seconds remaining.
Have a fantastic day again for the 50 millionth time, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Raid forwarded to Kimareski.